Hey everyone. So this morning I asked everyone on my Instagram to ask me questions. I haven't really done a video or planned to do a video where I just kind of talked about random stuff, and I feel like that's a good way to start off. So I'm going to answer the first question right off the bat, and it's about cardio. Everyone asks me about cardio. So what I do for cardio, how much cardio, do I do it before I lift, do I do it after I lift? So when I'm prepping, that's not up to me. That's up to whoever's training me or coaching me or whatever. I do what they tell me. I'm retarded. Okay, so while I'm on prep, this last time, so before Northerns, I was doing 20 minutes. In the very beginning, I was only doing 20 minutes a day. That was it for 5 days a week. Pretty easy. It turned into I was doing 75 minutes of cardio once a day, 7 days a week. That was the week, 2 weeks before provincials. So that was draining. Like, that drained me totally. I don't often do that much cardio ever. Like, I would never do that just if I had a choice, unless I was pissed off, because, you know, cardio makes you feel better sometimes. So what I do now in my off season, I do cardio whenever I feel like doing cardio, which has turned out to be pretty much every day, actually. I get up, I do fasted cardio. I'm a morning person anyway, so I'm up early in the morning. I wake up at 4:35 in the morning. I'll get up, I'll do either the bike or the treadmill, or in this summer when it was nice out, I went rollerblading. So it's been about half an hour in the morning before I have my breakfast or my meal one. I've been using the bike a lot lately. That's just easiest for me. I've also been doing double cardio lately, though. Going to the Olympia at the end of the month, so I want to kind of stay a little bit lean looking. I have a long way to go, but that's why I've been doing more cardio. So if you're not a morning person, don't do it in the morning. Do whatever works best for you. That's what I find is easiest. So, I don't know. I lift weights in the evening, so a lot of you asked if I do cardio before I lift weights, after. So I do cardio in the morning, and then I do my weights at night. So that's just how my schedule works. So that should answer anything about cardio. Do whatever you want to do for cardio. If you want to do it in the morning, do it in the morning. I find that a lot of people overthink the importance of cardio. It is important, it's important, but you don't need to just do cardio. So, the next question was advice for competing in your first bikini competition or any other kind of competition. It doesn't really matter what kind, but so I competed for the first time this past June. So the thing that I learned is listen to your trainer all the time. You might think you know what you're talking about, but sometimes just you got to listen to them. That's why you hired them, right? There was times where I argued with my trainer saying, oh, I know my body, which I do. You got to always listen to your body, and if you ever have concerns and aren't really sure, ask them questions, ask other opinions. Well, don't ask too many other people's opinions, but ask them. That's what they're there for. They're your trainer, right? That's why you hired them. Listen to them. The second thing that I really learned is once you get backstage, don't even look at anyone else. Don't look at that chick beside you and say, oh, she's gonna win, she has fake tits. I don't have fake boobs, and I placed second in Northerns in my first competition. I was pretty proud of that. Don't look at other girls. If you're a guy, don't look at other guys. You never know what the judges want. You don't. Honestly, I still question how I got second in my first competition. You really just don't know. One judge can want one thing. They might want a little bit softer. The other judges might want harder. That's just how it is. So don't look at anyone else. Just go in there knowing that you did the best you could have done. That's how I had to do it. I didn't look at anyone in provincials, which was the second competition I did. I learned that. When I got backstage, I hung out by myself, talked with some of the friends I'd made, but I didn't look at anyone, because there's no point. There's nothing you can do once you get to that point anyway, other than know that you did your best. So those are my two biggest pieces of advice for when you're competing. I have to write stuff down because I forget. Oh, a lot of the girls on my Instagram asked me about my hair and how I do it. I could maybe do a video about that later, but all I do is wrap it around a curling iron, so that's pretty easy. Anyway, I'll make a different video about that, but I'll come back to that. So now for the big one, how I got started in competing and what led me to even doing a competition. I'd always been really active in high school. I played volleyball and basketball and badminton. I did track and field. I was a cheerleader. I pretty much did everything active that you could think of. I had a coach tell me that I'd always worried about holding. I held a lot of fat in my lower back. I had a coach tell me that there's no way that you will ever lose that. You're always gonna look the way you are. Like, don't even try and lose it. Like, you're always gonna look like that. So I remember that was when I was in grade 10. I will never forget that. So after that, I was just stuck on thinking, oh, I'm gonna look like this forever. There's nothing I can do. So probably about 3.5 years ago, I started going to the gym and lifting weights, actually lifting weights. I'd always stayed active. I did a lot of cardio. Started lifting weights with a friend. I thought I got pretty into it. My diet wasn't the best. Whatever, did that off and on up until January of this year. I have two friends in my town who compete. One of them, they're a husband and wife. One of them competes. She's in lightweight bodybuilding, and they started training people out of their garage. And they'd always bugged me and joked about, oh, Jordan, when are you going to come train? When are you going to come do bikini with us? And my thoughts were, never. I'm never going to compete, ever. I had no intentions of ever competing. I couldn't talk in front of an English class in high school. There was no way I was getting up on stage in a tiny bikini and walking around. Nope, no way. Like, I just laughed in their faces. Like, there was no way I was doing this. So, probably end of January, after I was still going to the gym on my own, I was still lifting weights, but I wasn't seeing any changes. I was getting kind of bored, so I called up Mitch. That was my trainer at the time, and I said, hey, like, I want to start training with you guys. So eventually I started going there on my lunches, and they were training me, and normal, whatever, it was good. So they still bugged me about competing. So probably middle of February, end of February, I watched the video from 2011 provincials, and I thought, oh, maybe I could do that. So then from there on in, they said, Kate, you're going to do this. We'll have a meal plan for you on Monday. So whatever. I got my meal plan. I kind of was like, if I get there, I'll go on stage. Like, whatever, I'll follow this, see how it goes. So I started training for it, and I stuck to the meal plan. And I guess a month before, I finally was like, wow, I'm really doing this. Well, it was maybe a little bit more than a month before, but I got my suit. I started posing practice. I met with another trainer in Edmonton, and then I realized that I was going to be competing. After I booked my tan and got my suit all fixed up, it was real. So that's pretty much how I got started. I had never had any intentions of ever competing or ever being on stage. I didn't think I'd be brave enough, and that was a huge step for me. So anyone who's thinking about it and is shy, you guys can do it. It's totally different. It's probably the best experience I've ever had in my entire life. I wouldn't take it back at all. This has been the best thing that I've ever done. I've met so many amazing people, and I finally feel like I kind of fit somewhere. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Even if I never compete again, I will always be kind of in this industry, and I hope to move so that I can work something out and start getting sponsors and do more of that kind of stuff. I can't imagine not doing this. So, like I said, that's how I got into it. I'm really, really, really glad that I got talked into doing it, though, because it's part of me now. It's my life. it's what I look forward to doing every day, is training and working out and knowing that I can change my body anyway. So that's pretty much how I got into it. It was kind of by accident, but somebody asked me on Instagram one more question, that if I had to describe myself in 5 words, what would it be? So I don't know. I was trying to think of what that would be. So I asked one of my friends just now, and he texted me back saying, determined, stubborn, funny, beautiful, and a little bit selfish. So I'll work off that. So I am determined, I would say that. I know what I want out of life. That's not hard for me to know. I'm very stubborn. I'm a stubborn person. I won't argue with that one at all either. Funny, I don't know. I'm alright, I guess. Selfish. We're gonna go to that one. I can be very selfish. When it comes to prep and the whole bodybuilding thing, when I'm in my prep, I'm selfish. I worry about my routine, and I don't hang out with a lot of people. I don't talk to a lot of people. I focus on me. And I don't know, I think a lot of the reason why I'm so selfish is because I've been screwed over a lot, and I lost a lot of people once I started doing this. So if you're not there to support me, and you're not going to be there for me when I'm going through all of this, then I don't need you in my life. So we can touch more on this later, but I just thought that was funny because I didn't really want to say 5 words from me, but I guess that's it. This video is kind of all over the place, and I'm kind of in a hurry. I have to drive to Edmonton and take one of my good friend's engagement pictures, because I'm also a photographer part-time after my real job. So I should probably get going because I still have to drive 3 hours to get there. So oh, I said I would answer all the questions I got, but I have no time. So I will answer them tomorrow, or depending on what time tonight I get home. It might be late, but I don't sleep very good anymore. So I will answer them soon, I promise. So I hope some of this was helpful. Some of it's kind of random, but that's just how I am. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, thanks everyone. I've got some awesome comments back in regards to the videos already, and I will keep making them, and they'll get better. And just thanks for your support, everyone. Okay, see you later.